How did the 30 Years' War lead to the Holy Roman Emperor's decline? Imagine a conflict so intense that it reshapes the very power structure of an entire empire. That's what happened during the 30 Years' War, which lasted from 1618 to 1648. This war started as a religious fight within the Holy Roman Empire but grew into a larger European struggle involving many nations. The Holy Roman Emperor at the time wanted to keep Catholic dominance and control over his diverse territories. But many princes and states within the empire wanted to follow their own religious paths, especially Protestants. When the war broke out, it tore apart the unity of the empire, causing chaos and destruction. The fighting devastated towns, farms, and infrastructure, leading to a huge loss of life and economic collapse. As the war dragged on, external powers like France, Sweden, and Spain got involved, each with their own interests. Their intervention made the conflict even more complicated and weakened the emperor's influence. The Peace of Westphalia, signed in 1648, was a turning point. It recognized the independence of many German states, giving them the right to govern themselves without much interference from the emperor. This was a big blow to the emperor's authority. Before the war, the emperor was seen as the central figure of power in the empire. But after the war, his role became mostly symbolic. The empire was no longer a unified state but a collection of semi-sovereign territories. The religious divisions deepened, and the empire's political structure became more decentralized. The emperor lost control over the individual states, which now prioritized their own interests. The military and economic damage from the war made it even harder for the emperor to maintain power. He simply lacked the resources and influence to hold the empire together. The involvement of foreign powers also meant that the empire was no longer just a local matter. It was part of a wider European game. The balance of power shifted away from the emperor to the individual princes and states. The electoral system that chose the emperor was formalized, making his position more dependent on the cooperation of the electors. All these factors combined to weaken the Holy Roman Emperor significantly. The war turned what was once a unified political entity into a fragmented collection of states. The emperor's authority was reduced to a ceremonial role, and his influence in European affairs waned. This decline marked a turning point in early modern Europe, paving the way for the rise of powerful centralized monarchies like France. The 30 Years' War was a major event that changed the political landscape, and the emperor's diminished power was one of its lasting consequences.